Hi guys, well in this video I want to talk about the 3 stages of wealth. Wealth doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. It's a gradual build-up of money. Well, unless you win the lottery, which given that it's 14 million to 1 against, it's highly unlikely. And I'm going to describe the 3 stages by using the 3 different definitions of financial independence. And they are lean financial independence, or FI, full FI and fat FI. Well, the first one we're going to talk about is lean FI. Well, lean FI is defined as having enough passive income to cover all your non-discretionary bills. And so these are things that you need to survive. As examples, they will be paying your mortgage or rent, your council tax, your gas, electricity, your water, your food, things that you have to buy in order to survive. They do not include things like Netflix, alcohol, cigarettes. These are all non-discretionary purchases, i.e. things you have to choose to buy, not something you have to buy. Passive income tends to come from 3 sources. They'll either be income from stocks and shares, either growth in them and cashing the stock in, or from dividends. It could come from property, or could come from a business that you have an interest in, that is, you have an investment in it, but you don't actually work in it. See, these are all passive income streams. Now, in my case, I need to find £230 a week in order to cover all my non-discretionary spending, and I'm choosing property in order to fund that. So each property I buy gets me £400 a month in rent. So in order to cover my £230 a week, or almost £1,000 a month, I need to buy 3 properties. I have 2 properties right now, and in July this year, so it's 2021 in case you're watching this video sometime in the future, and in July this year I will buy my 3rd property, and then I will have £1,200 of passive income, and that is enough to cover all my non-discretionary spending, and I will achieve lean FI, and I've done that in 3 years from a starting position of working on minimum wage behind a bar with no money in the bank. If I'd chosen to use the stocks and shares route in order to fund that £1,000 a month or so, I would require about £150,000 in a stocks and shares ISA or some sort of portfolio, and assuming it's grown at 8%, because 8% of 150,000 is 12,000 a year. So I need £150,000 in there to fund my lean FI. Because I went through the property route, my acquisition costs, including things such as deposit and legal costs and broker costs and survey costs per property, work out about £20,000. So in order to purchase 3 properties, I needed £60,000 rather than the £150,000 I would need if I had chosen to go down the stocks and shares route. Now the next stage is full FI. Full FI is defined as having sufficient passive income to replace your current salary, your earned income from whatever job you do right now. So I, as a cabbie, earn about £22,000 a year. So in order to do that, I need to buy 5 properties. 5 properties at £400 a month rent. That is after costs, after mortgage and management fees, £400 a month. So that will give me £2,000 a month. So I'm buying my 3rd property in July this year. I'll get my 4th one just before Christmas, and my 5th one will be in September next year, 2022. At that stage, I'll be at a full FI and in a position, if I chose to retire, because now my total income, my lifestyle as I sit today, is covered by passive income. Now again, if I'd chosen to go down the stocks and shares route and put my money into some sort of portfolio, and again assuming an 8% growth rate, I would need a sum of £250,000 in there to chuck out the £2,000 a month. Except that going through property, and here's the advantage, I only need to save £100,000 to buy 5 properties. So the difference is massive there. Now the next stage in the 3 stages of wealth is fat FI. And fat FI allows you to design whatever lifestyle you wish. Now, if you've been watching these videos from the beginning, you know that my personal lifestyle, my goal was to raise £300,000 in 10 years. And I didn't pluck that £300,000 out the air. I'd calculated that I really wanted to live on a yacht, a luxury yacht, and I'd budgeted £100,000 to buy a second-hand luxury yacht. And I probably need a couple of £100,000 to live the lifestyle that a guy who would live on a luxury yacht would do. But you know, I set that goal from the perspective of somebody who was working behind a bar, minimum wage, and had no money in the bank. And looking back, I was a bit cautious. But I think if I'd set myself the goal of making £500,000 back then, I probably wouldn't have believed it and wouldn't have put the effort in. But I did believe I could make £300,000 because I had what I thought was a credible plan. But now, 3 years into this plan, I can be, I'm looking from a different perspective. I now see the possibilities, and I've upgraded in my mind at least that £100,000 yacht to a £200,000 catamaran, and I want to have £8,000 a month income. Now to achieve that, I'm going to need 20 properties. 20 properties I'm going to have to buy between now, I'm 60 this year, and retirement at 67. So I've got 7 years to do that. Now there's a crucial landmark on the way to those 20 properties, and that's property number 8, because what happens at property number 8 is that the income from 8 properties generates enough rental income to purchase 2 more properties per year, which means that any money from any rental income from the 9th property onwards just comes in as cash, and I don't have to use it to buy further properties, because the money from the first 8 properties is buying 2 properties a year, which means that I can take that cash and either put it in a cash account if you wish, or I can invest it in stocks and shares ISA. Now, I did say in an earlier video that I was going to start a franchise, and this month I paid the deposit, which is 25% of the full franchise fee, which I'm hoping this is going to increase further income, COVID allowing, of course. We set ourselves a start date for May this year, 2021. I can't tell you too much about it because I've signed a non-disclosure agreement, but rest assured I'll be recording my progress, my success or my failure as we go, and I'll keep you all informed. Who knows, it might be something you want to get involved with yourself. In the meantime, guys, don't be stupid, don't be normal. Please add any comments below, I'll answer them as soon as I can.